Caddis Maximus here. This time doing a quick review of the StreamLight Junior and StreamLight MicroStream. So these would be two of the more budget conscious or cheapest and most commonly available StreamLights. As far as general stores, StreamLight, obviously, they basically became the new Maglite. Many years ago, Maglites were known as being the high-quality flashlights. StreamLight came along and really changed that, and now these are just super nice. They make a couple hundred different products. Some of them are several $100s, and so that's always been the issue with StreamLight. Really hasn't been so much their build quality, although there have been some issues with various models, but they seem to get through it. It's just the fact that they're so darn expensive for their flashlights. And nowadays, there is just a planet of flashlights. LED flashlights just completely took off. There's probably 10,000 different flashlight manufacturers now. Probably one of the world's most diverse products would be LED flashlights. And StreamLight and Maglite are the ones that really have stood out, have really made a name for themselves in flashlights. A lot of people would struggle to name other brands that are anywhere near as commonly known as them, and of course their Maglite counterparts. I was initially going to do this as a review and comparison in the same kind of price point, because this little MicroStream's like 15 bucks and this thing's like $27 to $30. This little black Maglite LED is like 15 bucks. This longer one is between 20 and 25, and the XL50 is between 25 and 30. But I realized trying to do a direct comparison, it would just be kind of too difficult. There's so much variation and interpretation on flashlights that you can compare them on, not just these brands, but so many flashlights. And I'll have a few more flashlight reviews coming up. But you can compare based on battery, how much lumens or how good they are for taking 1 or 2 AAAs or AA's. You can compare against price, you can compare against, size to brightness, battery lifetime, specialty features. The list really goes on and on. Let's take a close look at these StreamLights. So this is the MicroStream, and this would be their single AAA battery LED flashlight. It is, for a single AAA flashlight, it is pretty bright, but it does kill the battery in just a couple hours, it seems. You can see how bright it is versus, and this is what's empirical, because unfortunately the camera is going to automatically adjust for exposure. But just to compare this little one to what would be, this is the only traditional Maglite that I have. So this would be one of the old keychain solitaires that still has one of the halogen bulbs. And so this would be a nice way to compare how long we've come. This little single AAA Maglite was really common. I've seen more people with this specific flashlight than just about any other of any particular model or brand has been this little Maglite. And to give you an idea, here's what the little single halogen, we'll go ahead and adjust the focus so it's nice and sharp. And then we'll turn on the little single AAA StreamLight. As you can see, it's just so much brighter than the little Maglite. And that's just kind of evidence of how far we've come. Is a single AAA flashlight is now as bright as your old 6-volt lantern if you're older. And even if you're younger, as a kid, it was still pretty junky flashlights, and it seems about the last 10 years they've really started to take off as LED technology has started to become more price competitive and they get more powerful and efficient units. And now, further compare the build quality, the MicroStream is a bit heavier duty. There is a lot more aluminum to it. I really like the finish on StreamLights. They really focus a lot on the finish. The belt clip is a nice idea and it holds on very well. It has a larger reflector, and that probably does help a bit on the StreamLight. As far as weight, it is also heavier. It definitely has a thicker aluminum body. And where the Maglite's just a twist on and off. And the reason you can criticize that is because as you're twisting it on and off, you're constantly rubbing on that O-ring, which provides sealing, waterproofing, and in reducing its waterproofing capability, where this has a dedicated rubber overmolded power switch, which is always nice. So as far as a small single AAA flashlight, this StreamLight is one I'm going to recommend because it's kind of hard to find ones that are this small that really put out as much light as this does. And being small flashlights, they always seem to get sat on, stepped on, dropped everywhere. And so you have a little more justification getting a more premium grade like the StreamLight. Now in the rest here, we have the StreamLight Junior. Now this thing, you know, in a retail store would be $29.95. This is a $30 2 AA flashlight. And then this isn't part of their expensive tax series. They have 2 AA flashlights that are like $50, $60. It gets pretty expensive. And it's really surprising. And just this small starts getting to the area where StreamLights become much less justifiable. Even though they have great build quality, etc., the quote-unquote bang for your buck really starts to diminish, and you really start buying them for really just having the most premium quality or having just a few extra lumens or some specific design features. So this is a pretty nice unit. One thing I like is it does have a large reflector, and you can see that they have a randomized or upset lens, and that helps prevent hot spots from occurring with the beam. And I do appreciate that. It's obviously more expensive to do that because you have to have the complex machining on the mold. I also find that it's interesting that it tapers off towards the top, but it is very aggressive right near the bulb. We of course have nice silk screening. Excuse me, my bad. That would be laser etching, so that is nicely laser etched, and on a black body it comes out real nice and sharp. That's always one nice thing, is all these flashlights, the markings seem to be near perfect. And like the MicroStream, it seems to use almost exactly the same button. And I did forget to open these up, so let's go ahead and do that right now. We do just have a standard spring. It's pretty nice, but it's not gold-plated or anything like that. And of course, 2 AA batteries. They actually have a label in there with the serial number, which is another aspect of these StreamLights, is they are serialized. So they're designed to be distributed as, you know, company property, corporate assets, and it's just a kind of a nice thing that, you know, they will individually serialize even each of their little flashlights. Or many times serialized products are only on more expensive products. And I've reviewed a lot of hand tools, and obviously there's a ton of expensive hand tools, and none of them have serial numbers on there. So it's kind of nice that they're doing that on these little flashlights. Now, if we were to compare against these Maglites here, this would be the AA Maglite LED, and it's definitely lighter weight, not quite as well built, but it still does have the traditional turn on and off with rotating the head, which has always been kind of funky, but you know, since the head is also a focus, which was one of the big advantages of them, I don't mind it. And more recently, they have also started serializing their flashlights, where on the older ones they didn't care about it. It is a little more compact. The StreamLights are always kind of a little bit larger for the amount of batteries that they take, and obviously has a much larger lens. But it's not much. It's only a little bit longer, and the body diameter is just a little bit thicker. I do like that the knurling is a little more aggressive on the StreamLight, and of course its nice finish. Another thing Maglites always lacked was little pocket clips, so I do appreciate that. Although this one, even though it's easy to get on and off, is a little bit weak. And what seems strange is it's actually a lot, it seems like a cheaper one than what comes on the MicroStream, because the MicroStream can be put on 2 different directions, either from the top or the bottom, which I thought was interesting. This one is definitely not as high a quality. Let me zoom out here. We'll go ahead and do a quick little empirical test against these Maglites. One thing you can be sure of is that for a AA battery, this does, even this cheap, I would call cheaper AA StreamLight battery or flashlight, is still pretty darn bright. But of course, with all that brightness means sucking down batteries. This thing is nice, but you know, you only have a couple hours of battery life, which probably means that you get the same battery life now out of one of these modern LED flashlights as you did out of an old incandescent 2 AA flashlight, except for you get, you know, 10 times or more, 20 times more lumens. And so to make it easy, I know these Maglites are not as bright, and so they're not bad. You know, you kind of, I say you get what you pay for. For $15, this Maglite LED is a nice flashlight for 15 bucks, but it's not going to compare to a $30 StreamLight, which obviously is way brighter. Now, if we upgrade to the triple LED, which is basically this exact flashlight, just with another battery, a little more power, and quite a bit more longevity or battery life out of this. This one was my old hiking light many, many years ago, and it is pretty nice. We do get, as we can see, quite a bit more lumens, but still, compared to the 2AA StreamLight, this is now focused in one of its most concentrated beams, and the StreamLight is basically as bright, but using 3 volts and 2 batteries instead of 4.5 volts and 3 batteries. So that does kind of give you an idea. Now this uses 3 batteries, but it is 3 AAA, so it may not be quite the fairest comparison because this is a little bit more expensive. This is the Maglite XL50, so it's their more professional grade one with the 1-inch body. Even comparing this to this should really tell you, because this is a higher quality, more expensive $25 to $30 Maglite, and then this is still just a 3-volt StreamLight. Here's our Maglite, and here's our StreamLight, and they're just about as bright. Maybe the Maglite's a little bit brighter, but that should be a testament of really how good StreamLights are. So anyway, I wanted to put this review of these StreamLights and a little comparison on YouTube. I definitely searched, and there's quite a few reviews of these little StreamLights, but I thought I could add my own perspective to them. And I'll be doing more flashlight reviews. I was just switching up a little bit, and I need to finish out a lot of my tool reviews. But to kind of give you an idea of really bang for the buck, somewhere in the range of like $50, you can get one of these. This is kind of an off-brand Securiting, but this has 3 Cree LEDs and is rated for several thousand lumens. It comes with a 7.2 volt, so it's a series parallel lithium-ion ferrite polymer battery. It's like a 30 watt hour or 35 watt hour. And so for just a little bit more money than this StreamLight, you can get a flashlight that is not even funny. There's 1, 2, 3, and then this StreamLight, you can't even tell I turned it on. And just for a little bit more money, you can get something that is obviously exponentially brighter. It's just you have to deal with the funky packaging. You know, something like this. This isn't complete unit. It was sold as like a headlight and bicycle light. I bought it as just a hand hiking light, and I actually like it with the wire because I don't have to hold on to some big unit with all the weight of the batteries integrated. I can have the battery sitting in my pocket and then use something like this, and then this, the brightness of this, just pretty much, you know, you need to buy $100 or $150 StreamLight to get a StreamLight that's 2,000 or 3,000 lumens. So there's anyway, just a quick idea of really where your money might be better spent would be getting something like this, quite frankly, unless you really have a use for this lights. Now these kind of lights are great for camping. They're waterproof, like really waterproof. Drop it in the stream or forget about it in your pocket swimming and it's just fine. And so that's the advantage of these. But if you're just buying it to have a bright flashlight, you could probably effectively find something that's better, more bang for the buck. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe to the Catus Maximus review channel. Until next time, see you later.